Good morning, guys. Happy Tuesday. This will be in my Wellness Wednesday videos because tomorrow is Maddie's 3rd birthday, so I'm going to try my hardest to not be on my phone during tomorrow. Sorry, I got a text message while I was trying to record this, but I just wanted to hop on here while the kids were somewhat quiet and downstairs and just kind of share what's going on in my mind with my mind this morning. And I just wanted to share that it is very easy to get caught up in your mindset. It's very easy to get caught up in the to-do list, to get caught up in all the things that you have to do and be completely consumed by it. And yesterday I shared how personal development is key, but it's also really important to maintain the habits that you need in order to survive. As a person who struggles daily with anxiety, I have to have routine. I have to have that discipline, and I have to have it every single day. If it gets thrown off, it throws me off. Like this morning, I was trying to fill out Maddie's registration for preschool before I started reading, and that threw me off, and that made me feel anxious. And I know that it sounds really silly that, well, you could have just read afterwards, or you could have done that afterwards. And yes, I could have. But when you struggle with mindset, when you struggle with trying to get out of your own head and have that momentum, you have to rely on things that make you feel good. And for me, that's reading first, taking care of chores and everything else afterwards. And my workout comes when I come back from bringing my son to school. Like, that just is what works. And so if I change that up, my mind gets confused because it's like, well, we've been doing this for so long. Why are you now mixing it up? And sometimes it happens. Sometimes life throws curveballs and it will throw you off guard. But the thing is that you have to be willing to do what it takes to keep moving forward. Normally when that happens to me, I get stuck in my head. I freeze. I don't know what to do because everything has changed. But you have to be willing to adapt, and you have to be willing to go with the flow, even if it's scary, even if it's uncomfortable, because you could have the most strategic schedule and a kid gets sick, or a dog gets hurt or lost, or your husband comes home early to surprise you, or someone comes and willing to take your kids for the day so you can do things. Like, things happen, good and bad, and you have to be willing to do what it takes to move yourself forward. And so I just want to share that this morning, that's my struggle, that I was thrown off a little bit this morning because I saw the papers and I'm like, I really need to get this done, and I didn't plan for it. I didn't write it down in my planner, and so this morning I was frantic because I'm like, well, now what do I do? So you just get back to your routine. You get back to the next thing that you need to do, or you backtrack a little bit and you start your routine a little bit later in the day. But I just wanted to share this because it's just so important to understand your mindset, to understand your anxiety, your fears, your worries, everything that's going on. Don't ignore them. Don't brush them off, but acknowledge them and find those tools to really help you be successful, to really help you with that momentum and making sure that you live your best life. So I just wanted to come on here and share that. If you're someone who's like me, who struggles with that mindset of anxiety, and all of a sudden, something hasn't gone the way you wanted it to go, and then you freeze, and then all of a sudden, all you can think of is laundry and dishes and getting kids to school and packing lunches and getting a workout in, or making sure you get to work on time, like all of these things. I just want to encourage you to stop whatever it is that you're doing, take a big deep breath, and tell yourself that you got this, that you can handle this, that you can move forward from this moment, because that's all it is a moment. You haven't ruined your day. You haven't disrupted your kids' lives. Like, your husband will be okay if the dishes are done a little bit later in the day. Just breathe, because what matters most is your cup being full. And so if you are struggling with that this morning, just remind yourself that you've been through hard things. You have gone through seasons in life that have been worse than whatever you're dealing with this morning, and that you can push yourself. You can do anything that you set yourself up for as long as you're willing to breathe through the hard moments and power through them. It's really hard sometimes with little kids, with younger kids, and trying to find that balance. But all you can do is remind yourself that it's just a season. It may be lasting longer than you want it to, and you may not fully understand why you're going through it. But the important thing is to accept the season as it is, and to do whatever you can do to keep your cup full. Maybe it means longer periods of resting. Maybe it means putting your phone down and taking a nap. Maybe it means asking your husband to watch your kids for a couple hours so you can just go for a walk, or go catch a movie by yourself, or do something. But take those breaks, ask for the help. If you don't have the help, then find opportunities to just stop and breathe, because that is going to be the biggest factor in changing your mindset. I hope you all have an amazing Tuesday, and I will talk to you guys later.